Hi everyone, my name is Charlie, and today I have a review of Closed Casket by Sophie Hannah. This is the second book that Sophie Hannah has written featuring Hercule Poirot, and I believe was actually approved and chosen by Agatha Christie's estate to write. To do this, she tells us a story from the perspective of Inspector Catchpool, who is like her Inspector Japp, I imagine. It's her way into the story to tell us these asides that haven't been part of the canon before. I do have a review of the Monogram Murders, which is the first book in the series, and I did not like that. However, I thought I would take my chances and I would read the second book, which is about an author who invites her lawyer to help her come up with a new will, and basically she doesn't want to leave anything to her children. She wants to leave it all to her assistant, who is this man who has a really bad kidney disease that means that there is every possibility that he will die before she will, and that will mean they will resort to the former will where her children were actually left money. Needless to say, this does cause some contention within the family. She has invited Hercule Poirot and Inspector Catchpool to her house, as well as this solicitor and his partner, in order for reasons unbeknownst to anyone, and as is wont to happen in a murder mystery, a murder happens. Before I begin, I'll say that I did enjoy Closed Casket more than I did enjoy the Monogram Murders. The Monogram Murders I thought was extremely convoluted because there was only one person who the murderer could have been right from the beginning, and that could be said for all murders, and it's just a case of finding out who that one person could have been by looking at the motives and everything. However, here I thought that, here I figured out the murder again immediately, and this was simply because I think Sophie Hannah had actually looked at obviously she writes crime fiction herself, she's going to know about Agatha Christie, but again we got a classic Agatha Christie style murderer and reveal. Although, whilst I did enjoy this book, I did not like it that much. I enjoyed it more than the Monogram Murders, but I still don't like these books. And I'm not really sure where my problem arises here. Lord, I want to sneeze. I'm not sure where my problem comes from with Sophie Hannah writing these books. At first, with the Monogram Murders, I said that it was because it went on too long, and if it had been about the length of an Agatha Christie novel, I would have been able to suspend my disbelief enough to actually end up reading it. I felt that she made it too convoluted because she was trying to pack in all these different bits that didn't really fit into the overall narrative with the Monogram Murders. With this one, there are definitely clues. It feels more streamlined. But all of the other red herrings and murders and everything, well, no, there weren't any other murders. All the other red herrings and clues that came up within the story did just feel like they were put there as an afterthought, in my opinion. And I don't think that that will have been the case because, we know that the writer has written crime fiction in the past. She knows what she's doing, but these books never feel to me like Poirot should feel, and the character always feels like a caricature in bad fan fiction, and I don't know whether it's because I'm not reading Poirot I mean, I'll be honest, and I'll say I haven't read a lot of Poirot in the past, and the majority of my knowledge about Inspector Poirot does come. I keep saying Inspector Hercule Poirot does come from the few bits of fiction I've read of him, but the majority is from the television movies from years ago. I can't remember who it was now, but way back when, all those years ago. And yeah, I still just don't feel like Sophie Hannah has captured him here. By all means, if you are a fan of Agatha Christie, then I would suggest going and reading this book and getting your own opinions about it. I do plan on going and reading some of Sophie Hannah's fiction that isn't related to the Agatha Christie books, because I know they seem to have been quite popular. But yeah, this was another miss for me. What can I say? Apart from, have you read this book? If so, please feel free to leave your thoughts down below, because I don't think that I at all managed to get across what I thought was wrong with this book. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.